everyone, it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and today I'm doing Stella's 18-month update, and it just blows my mind that she is 18 months old. It's just crazy how fast and also how slow the time goes by. And some days it's like I'm counting down the minutes until bedtime, and then other days the day goes by so fast and then it's Friday all of a sudden. So it just really depends on what's going on. Stella is completely and utterly in the terrible twos. And she is so much more of the terrible two than Olivia ever was. I remember Olivia having meltdowns, but it's not like throwing herself on the floor temper tantrums. It's not her like getting off about things. It was really more of like she's upset about something and she throws her head back and cries. And Stella does that some, but she is like knockdown, drag out temper tantrum where I have to hold her so she doesn't hurt herself by flinging herself back. She has had temper tantrums on the floor and she'll kick and throw her legs and then bonk her face down on accident. So it's definitely for her safety that I contain some of these temper tantrums, because it is wild, guys. It's just way different than the first time around. I was telling some friends, I have 2 kids. I feel like I'm a pretty experienced mom now the second time around, but there are things that Stella does where I totally feel like a first-time mom again, where I'm like, wow, I don't know what the heck I'm doing some days. And I'm like, am I doing the right thing? Am I being a good mom? I'm second guessing everything, just like you do when you're a first time mom. So that's my life with Stella in a nutshell. I do have her 18-month stats I'm going to walk through really quickly, and then we'll get into some milestones and fun things about Stella. But that's really what it is right now. Terrible 2 tornado, full speed. So at her 18-month appointment, she was 33.75 inches, which put her in the 96th percentile. So she went way up in her height, which I felt like she really got tall. And then she is 23 even pounds, which is the 56th percentile. So her percentile has gone up and down with her weight, but it is as it goes down in percentile, her height goes up. So it's like she shoots up and gets skinnier. She's still good. Like, the doctor's not concerned. There was only one time they were concerned because she did dip down the first time, but they think that's just going to be kind of how she is. She's just going to be a really tall, skinny little baby, and it's fine. She's perfectly healthy. She's hitting all her milestones. They're not worried about her weight at all, but she eats so well. She's just getting tall. That's what she's doing. All the weight and all the effort is just growing her tall. And then her head is the 71st percentile. So she's got a big head, bitty body, big head, very tall. And she did great. She ended up having 1 shot. So she has taken naps the last 2 days since the shot, but there for a while, she was really fighting naps and not really taking naps. And so that has been fun as well. And Olivia was the same way. If she didn't want to sleep before bed or at a nap time, she would just roll around and play in her crib and squeak and sing songs and make lots of noise and like plop herself in the crib so you hear this big plop sound since they're upstairs. That's what Stella will do. And I'll leave her in there for like a good hour, hour and a half, and she's perfectly content. And then I was like, okay, well, we're not taking a nap today. I'll get you up. But that's happened a few times lately. Unfortunately, she can't make it to bedtime those days. She totally has tons of meltdowns those evenings, so she has to go to bed a little bit earlier, and then she wakes up a little bit earlier, and then she needs the nap the next day, and then fights the nap even harder because she's tired, and it's just been kind of a mess with the sleep. She will sleep really, really good at night when she falls asleep, and sometimes it takes her a while to fall asleep in the evening as well. So if she has a nap in the day, she has trouble falling asleep in the evening. Except since her shot, she took a really good nap yesterday and then went to bed relatively quickly. And by that, I mean like within 30 minutes or so of going to bed. But no kidding, it can take her up to like an hour or even an hour and a half to fall asleep at bedtime. And I'll go check on her here and there if I think, I'm checking, making sure she doesn't have a poopy diaper or anything, but she's fine. She's totally content. And she gets mad at me if I come in. It's so funny. That was how Olivia was in the morning. If I didn't let her squeak for a little while in the morning when she first woke up, she would get mad at me if I went in right as she woke up. And Stella's that way at bedtime. Like, she's like, don't come check on me. I'm having fun. Leave me alone. She's so funny too at bedtime. She wants to go in the crib. She'll be like, bed, bed, and point to her bed. And I say, do you want to sing a song and snuggle? Nothing. Do you want to go to bed right now? Shakes her head yes really big and smiles. Like, she knows what she wants, and unfortunately she knows what she wants for everything. So we have lots of battles, lots of strong-willed baby. I don't try to give in all the time, but I try to pick my battles. Like certain things, like, no, you're not going to eat cookies right now. She'll like point to some treat and explode when she doesn't get the treat. But that's the kind of thing that I do want to fight the battle on. Like, you can have a dessert later, but you can't have it in the middle of the day just because you see it. So that's the kind of battle we have. There's occasionally a battle over something she can't have because she's a baby, she can't have everything. We're also having problems with whatever Olivia touches, Stella grabs out of her hand, and Olivia is such a sweet little kid, just so sweet, that she just hands it to her and she'll just let her have it. And you can see after like the third or fourth time that Olivia's face just kind of drops because she's like, she keeps taking things from me, and she, you know, she wants to be helpful, but at the same time, we can't enable Stella to become a little bratty kid and take things from everybody. So we are trying to teach her like, okay, sister's playing with that. You have to wait your turn, things like that. And it doesn't go over well a lot of times. That's where a lot of her battles come from. She also will hit sometimes, so we have to deal with that. She also throws books at me. If I'm like not able to read a book, she will throw it at me. So we've had actual legit timeouts. I'll tell her go sit, and then I'll put her in a little corner and sit her down and set my timer for a minute, and she'll get up, and I said, nope, we're sitting right now. She sits down, and then I go make her apologize to me or to her sister, whoever she threw a book at or whoever she hit, and she gets it. Like, now she understands what timeout is. She's pretty quick and pretty smart, and so timeouts have been working. And if she starts up something and acts like she's gonna throw a book at me, because sometimes she'll do it to test, like she'll be smiling and like pull the book back like she's gonna throw it at me, and I say, if you throw that book, you're gonna have to go sit. And she will put the book down or just gently hand it to me instead of throw it. And sometimes she will test and actually just throw the book at me, and I go, okay, now we have to go sit, and she'll just walk herself over and sit herself down. And that's how we do our timeouts, and it seems to be working so far. It's definitely showing her like, this is an unacceptable behavior, and it's helping her make better decisions. Even though she's really impulsive, even though she's only 18 months old, it definitely has helped so far. And that's our form of punishment. It's like, go sit down, you threw a book. And that's not to say I don't get mad, because there are so many times where my blood boils because she does something that you know she knows is wrong, and she just can't help it, or she just does it anyway just because she's mad. Sometimes she's just such a little troublemaker, and sometimes she will do something, make my blood boil, and then smile at me, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I just love you, kid. I just love you so much. And it's such a wild roller coaster for me, like being on the mom side of things. It's like, I love her so much, and sometimes I just can't wait for her to go to bed, because we've had a really rough day. We've had 5,000 meltdowns. We've had 5,000 battles about things. Some days are really hard. By the end of the day, I'm like, I'm so ready for bedtime. And then a lot of days are fine. Even on the good days, we have moments, but for the most part, we're just in the thick of the terrible twos, and I just kind of ride with it and try my best to be patient with her and not just get angry and irritated at the things that her age is supposed to do right now. So I'm just trying to teach her things that we can try to teach. As much bad stuff, there is more good stuff. I just watch her learn. She's just learning so much and getting so smart and talking a bunch. Oh my gosh, I was trying to keep track of her words one day before her doctor's appointment, because I knew that was something they were gonna ask, and I made a list, and it is 63 words in one day, and they're not like perfect words, but I know exactly what she's trying to say when she says them, and they're in context. Olivia was not like this at all. Olivia said a few words by this point and nothing like this. She tries to say so much, and it's so cute, and some of the words she says are so funny. Like, she says the word whiny, because I'm trying now, I'm like, okay, use your word, because she'll start whining for things when I know she knows the word. And so like, she'll whine to get up on the couch, and I say up, and she'll say her word for up, and then I'll put her up on the couch, and I said, that's better. I'm like, don't be whiny, use your word. And she'll go, whiny. Like, I probably should have taught her the word whiny, but she'll say the word whiny, and it's really cute. So she says up too, to get up. I've been trying to teach her the word help, and it comes out like bep, which is really funny. So I'll be like, don't be whiny, say help. And she'll be like, bep, bep. So a lot of her words are like toddler words, but a lot of them too, like, you know what she's saying. She can say mama, dada. She says sister just like sis, because I say sissy, so that's how she says it. Up, help, she goes bep. She says hat, out, wheel. She says that one really funny, like wheel. It's really cute. Smile, she says mile, not with the S, just with the M. So cute. She makes lots of animal sounds. Oh, also, she knows the alphabet, so she can point to the letters, just the capital letters. I don't think she knows the lowercase ones, but she knows the capitals. I don't think I brought the book in here. We read the Dr. Seuss's alphabet book, and she loves that book. That's how she learned her alphabet. We just look at the book, I'll show her the letter and say the sound, and I realized she was saying the sounds for a lot of them. Before I even said the word, she would say the sound, and she would start pointing to it. So I knew she knew some of them, and now we'll flip through the whole book, and she can do all of them except Q and Z. Those are the two she can't say, but if I were to point to any letter, and she has this same thing we had with Olivia. It's a Sesame Street folding up Elmo thing that has like the letters in plastic. She knows all of those. She can put them in the right place. She can tell me what they are. She can tell me the sounds that they make. That's how she says, like, this is an S. She'll say S instead of say S. So there's only a few letters that she can say the actual name of. Y, R, E. She says E, and she also says I. So there's only a few letters where she'll actually say the name of it and the sound, but she knows all the sounds, and it's just because she loves to read so much. And I was talking to the doctor. He said, do you read to her? It's the best development thing you can do is read to your baby. And I was like, all the time. She brings me book after book sometimes, and I'll sit there. It feels like forever just reading her the same books. She'll want me to read them to her 2 or 3 times through. He said she might not sit through a whole book right now. And I was like, oh, she sits through multiple books right now. Like, she'll make me read the book 3 times in a row and still be sitting in my lap. So we do a lot of reading. So I think that's really helped her develop the speech. That's helped her with the alphabet. Olivia learned the alphabet pretty early on because she loved the book Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. That's how she learned. And this is a different book. Stella just really gravitated towards this book. I need to do a book faves with her because she has some definite book faves. She loves to read. That's one of her favorite things. As far as like things she plays with, she loves playing with Legos. She figured out how to take them apart and put them back together. We have a few Mega Blocks that she can take apart and put back together. She likes any toys that make or play music or have flashy lights or anything electronic. She likes playing in the Play-Doh box with all like the different shapes and tools and stuff. She'll pull those out a lot. She loves playing with socks. She knows where our socks are, and she'll have me put them on her hands, and we call it sock hands. She likes cars, which Olivia never really took to, but she loves like driving the cars around on the floor. And she also really loves water. So we play water table a lot when the weather is nice. Olivia loved water table too at this age. She's fully walking, fully running right now. She's trying to jump. She loves playing on the trampoline, and she'll pretend to jump, which is super duper cute. She likes to pretend to go to sleep. She likes to pretend cook and feed us food from the play kitchen upstairs. She's really into pretend. She can nod her head yes, and she just started today nodding her head no. And she, like, it's really big and pronounced, and it looks like she's making herself dizzy how big she does it, but she just started doing that today. And she'll say no, 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 like 3 no's in a row. It's so cute. She waves. She's so proud of her waving now. She just says hi and waves to me all the time. She'll just be like hi, hi, over and over again to me. And sometimes it'll be hi, bye, over and over again. I recently discovered this term Velcro baby, and I was like, yes, that is Stella. Stella will hang on my leg and cry if I try to move. And a lot of my day is spent sitting in the floor with Stella, and her not necessarily even paying attention to me or playing with me. She will go off and play on her own, but the second I try to get up from my spot, she is on me like Velcro and wants me to pick her up, wants me to take her with me, and will not leave me alone. Like, she wants me in the floor with her while she's playing, right next to her, or wants me to hold her. And that's what it is. And she will even cry when Johnny takes her upstairs or Johnny takes her somewhere different. She does not like being away from me at all, period. She wants me right there with her. So when our babysitter comes, she immediately starts screaming the second I try to hand her off to the babysitter. As soon as I'm out the door, silence. She's fine. Basically, when I need to cook, I can't do it with her grabbing at my leg and crying, or, you know, in my arm. And I have had to do a lot of cooking and stuff, especially like getting lunch ready with her just at my legs, upset, or in my arm cooking one-handed. So for dinner time, he takes the girls upstairs or outside, and during that handoff, she loses her mind until I'm out of sight, and then she's fine. But she is just the definition of a Velcro baby. And that's been really hard for me with Olivia being so independent and me just being so introverted. It's just a lot. It's a lot for me to always have to be right there with her on me physically a lot of the time. Like she will sit in my lap and play. Like she wants to be in my arms if I'm up. And so that part has been really hard for that not to get better. And she's 18 months. That part's not gotten better. That part, if anything's gotten worse, the more vocal and the faster she's gotten. Like the second I get up, she's running over to me, grabbing at my leg. Whereas before, like it would take her a second to get over to me so I could take a few steps before she's at my legs. So that part I think is the hardest part for me, is her being so super attached to me. And of course I love it too. Of course I love my baby and I want to spend time with her, but I really, really, really hope that she grows out of this part and she will be a little bit more independent, but she also will run off and play. It's just kind of rare that she'll go in like a total different room from me and stay there for any amount of time. It's just her personality. She wants mommy and mommy only. Like even daddy's not good enough a lot of the time. But then there'll be times, sometimes we get glimpses of it where she'll just be like, bye, and go upstairs with Johnny, no big deal, not throw a fit. But it's most days she's crying as he's taking her up the stairs because she's leaving my side or leaving my arms. And that part's really hard when like, you know you're not doing anything wrong. Like that's her father, it's fine, it's no big deal. But for her reaction to be that strong, it just like pulls at my heartstrings. Like, am I doing the wrong thing here? And I know I'm not, but it gives you that, like that guilt feeling, I guess. Just knowing that she's in distress just because she's not physically on you. It's a lot of pressure and there is guilt associated with it, but I think it is good for her to have separation from me here and there. Like the date nights are so good for her as well as us because she needs to be around somebody other than just me. And I think without a doubt, that's the number one most difficult thing. And I think that's just her personality. And I don't think it's something she's really gonna grow out of. She's just gonna learn to manage it better and be more independent. But she's definitely like super attached to mama, and it's totally different from Olivia, where I don't feel like Olivia was that like has to be on me, wants to climb into my skin. Where Olivia was like, yeah, she wants to be picked up and held and snuggled and all that stuff, but she was pretty independent. She could go off and play for a good like 45 minutes at this point, I feel like, where Stella will be away from me like 5 minutes at a time. That's about as good as I get for the most part. But yeah, I don't really show the kids on this channel or talk about them very much, so I really wanted to put this video together. I will also do a 2-year update. I will show some videos and some clips for her half-year birthday. We did cupcakes, so she got to squish a chocolate cupcake and got chocolate all over her, and it was super duper cute. And I took lots of pictures, so I'll be sure to include some of those pictures. But I think that's it. She's growing so well, learning so much, talking way, way more than I expected. The doctor said she was doing great on all markers, so I think she's just a great little healthy terrible 2 right now. I think that's it. So I'll insert those clips.
Mommy.
That's right, mommy. Can you say mommy?
Mima.
No, not Mima. Say mommy.
Mima.
No.
Mima.
Say mommy.
Mima.
You're a stinker. You're so funny, peekaboo. Peekaboo. I like it. Where's Stella? Peekaboo. Oh, we got knocked out. Yes, good knock knock, Stelly. Good knock knock. Ooh, hey, be careful. Gentle. Uh-huh, did that one hurt? Uh-oh, that was too hard. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.